Every 9 seconds, a woman is assaulted or beaten in America. Around the world, at least 1 in every 3 women has been mentally, physically, or sexually abused during her lifetime.
You don't have to be afraid.
Still, I am. Very.
Of what? That he'll come back?
No. That I'll let him.
Domestic violence is the leading cause of injury to women more than car accidents or muggings. It could be your sister, your best friend, your neighbor, or it could be you. Time to break the silence and face my abuse.
Shout out to Flavor Mag in Germany for coming through my 2nd annual domestic violence walk in Brooklyn. It was a major success thanks to Mena, SIMMONS, NICKI Minaj's mother, Minaj, and all the wonderful people that came out and broke their silence tonight. It's for a great cause. Domestic violence is always on the low, but we are here breaking our silence every day so we can empower other women. Each one teaches. Thank you so much. Peace.
You don't love me, always want to shove me, slap me, kick me, beat me, cheat on me, hurt me, curse me, tell me I don't deserve to be on the face of this earth. Who are you? God allowed my mother to give birth to me. That's right, to me. So you see, God said, let it be. Let there be. Let her be. Whatever it is she chooses to be.
If you really survive it, you will never want to be bothered. And it should never happen again. And if it does happen to you again, then you gotta go get therapy. Because that shit ain't never happened to me again. I ain't never had nobody hit on me after that. You ain't have to worry about me. So if you continue to go through this cycle, and you continue to pick them, and you continue to let them in, because you're not picking it up, or because you really, really just want to be loved and cared about, you gotta go talk to somebody, because you're a part of the problem too. I really believe that. Because there was something about me at that time that let him in. But there wasn't nothing about me after that. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing.
Love comes out of our mouth so flippantly, but love does not hurt.
That's right.
Yes.
Right, does not hurt.
I just big a clap for that. When you leave, keep walking. There ain't no turning back. There ain't no turning back. Let them speak to you on the phone. Do not go to an isolated place. It's a setup.
Honestly, I'm super nervous, and it's weird because I don't have stage fright. You guys watch me on television, I'm quick to speak my mind, do what I gotta do. But talking about this, it took me a while to kind of actually even admit to it. Growing up, I was put into foster care because stuff happened with my mother. So I was abused very early on, sexually. And the first time I came out about my sexual abuse was at 16 years old. And that was right when I met my son's father. Once I opened up about me being sexually abused as a kid to ROWE, my son's father, is when everything kind of switched. The crazy girl that you guys see on television that's quick to fight was not really born, but yet really created. There's even times now where I see how people perceive me because of the show, or how I'm quick to defend myself. I was never that girl then. And having to deal with abuse from 16 to 21 definitely made me be the way that I am now. And I'm not saying that to justify any of my past mistakes or anything. I'm saying that because I'm quick to kick ass now, because I never want to get my ass beat again. It started at 16. I opened up to him about me being sexually abused as a kid. And it started off with a little thing. Just me going to a video set and right away, you know, because I was wearing something in particular, right in the trailer I would get my ass beat. And it eventually became where I would be at home sleeping and I would be woken up just for the hell of it, getting my ass beat. And there would be times where he would strip me down butt naked and kick me out. And I would have to hide in the incinerator until he felt like letting me back in. So I know the feeling of being violated. I know the feeling of...
It's all right. It's all right. Take a deep breath.
It's still fresh to me because I don't think I've even like really healed from it. But I've definitely used my career to try to like help me make myself feel better about myself. Doing anything I could to kind of like make everything that I've ever want to happen, you know? And at a young age, you know, getting my ass beat and all, I would still go to my casting and I would still, you know, dream about being the next J-Lo. Whatever it is I had at that moment, you know, as far as my aspiration. The infamous kick in the neck. I heard it. I finally had enough because I almost lost my son. I got thrown down the stairs and he left me. Went to Russia, and that was really my moment that I really realized that I wasn't gonna make it and neither was my son if I didn't get out. And with nothing, no money in my pocket, no bags, I literally took my ass to the airport from Miami and begged for family to like get me a flight, and that's my way out. The night before I took that flight, I literally sat in bed and bled. It was my first time being pregnant. I had no idea that bleeding was bad and all that stuff. So I literally laid in bed, bleeding to death, and had no idea what was going on. Thank God, by the grace of God, came good. Once I got back to New York, everything was put into perspective, you know. But I went back. And I went back because he always made me feel like I wouldn't be able to achieve what I wanted to achieve because who he knew it. And because he made me. And I really believed that for a long time. And up until this point, well, not too long ago, I still kind of believe that. Because this video of me finally defending myself still haunts me. People are like, she's crazy, she's this, she's that. No, what you guys saw in that videotape was me finally getting free and him finding me. And in front of everyone, punched me in my face. And he was about to get away with it. And once I came to, for some reason at that moment, God gave me a different kind of strength. Because if you look at that video, the way I went after him, and the way I swung, and the way I kicked.
Tina Turner, girl.
That was it.
Modern day Tina Turner.
That was really my enough is enough moment. I didn't want to be stepped on. I didn't want to be spit on. I didn't want to be woken up at night just because he had an itch in his ass and he just wanted to like have a punching bag. And it's crazy because after that video happened, Love and Hip Hop came to me, and that video is like a blessing and a curse because Mona recognized me and wanted to hear my story off of that video. But yet I still get judged and I get scrutinized off of that video. And it is tough because I don't really, Love and Hip Hop, to talk about this isn't gonna bring in ratings. What's gonna bring in ratings is that I gotta kick somebody else's ass right then and there because of whatever. So people don't really understand where that video comes from. But it comes from a little girl that just finally had the strength to like fight back. And I say this more than ever now, that I really don't want to fight no more because I feel like that's not really the girl that I even was. He made me into that girl. And every so often too, he'll hear good things happening about me. And the part that hurts is that he denies it. He denies all the things that he did to me. And it's so funny that she's here because one time we were at a big time producer's house and Raul decided to whip my ass because I served the baby before I served him. She was there with X and she tried to stop Raul from kicking my ass. And X wouldn't let her. X like literally practically locked her in the room just to keep her out of the way. And the first time I got to see her was at a charity event like a year ago. That was my first kind of, I have to write about it because I had to thank her for like even trying to step in at one point. I've gotten my ass whipped plenty of times by Raul publicly and no one's ever stepped up. So for a while, I kind of felt like this was the way of life. This is the way a relationship's supposed to go. A man with authority. You stay in your place. You don't do what he doesn't want you to do and you do what he tells you to. Like, there's a lot of things I could really say as far as what happened. But the real important thing that I think I really need to stress is that, especially for people who are still in the situation, you don't necessarily have to plan your getaway. You just gotta have the strength to just do it.
Yeah. That's right.
You could spend weeks, months, years planning, trying to get out. You could plan all your life, but in a split second is when it's done. So you really just have to find a way of just like really just saying, I'm not gonna take it no more. And just walk away and just keep going. And honestly, as much as it felt good punching him that night and getting back those hits that I used to take days after days, night after night, the success that I have, whether people judge me or it's good or it's bad or I make mistakes or whatever, I don't have to hear my son ask if daddy's gonna hit me. You know, like I don't have to worry about King saying certain things, you know, or, you know, him. A lot of us don't really have the proper man example as far as a father figure in our lives. And I think that's really why I did fall for Raul as much as I did. I was young, he was in his 30s, I was 16. And what intrigued me about him, it was that he gave me security. He gave me that comfort of like having a man that can like protect you. And I gave him that full access of feeling like he was protecting me by him using it and really just violating. Him, that protection he was giving me was just constant violation, violation, violation. And I really got immune to it. And I kind of describe it as living in World War III and thinking that it's okay. I'm still in the process of healing, and I don't know if I'll ever fully heal. But I know I pray a lot. I just want him to just eventually say sorry. That's all we want. Just say sorry because I didn't deserve it. And you made me a monster. And you made me someone I didn't want to be. You made me someone that I had to be because if not, I would have not survived. And even still to this day, I use those defense mechanisms. Maybe at the wrong time and place. Thank you, baby. But it's my way of kind of trying to protect that little girl now. I just want him to say sorry because I'm gonna always love him. He's my son's father, and it sucks that I can't even like have a relationship so that we can raise him together. Sorry because King has those memories still. Sorry because it wasn't fair. Sorry because I really did love him. Sorry because I want to grow and get over it.
You will.
Thank you, y'all. Thank you so much.
I think one very beautiful moment was when you and Erica actually spoke and she was sharing her experience when you were there when when she was, going through it, and you were trying to stand up for her. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, it is so crazy because it's like I'm seeing this girl, young girl, being beaten with a whole bunch of guys around and girls,
Nobody's
and
doing
no one,
anything.
everybody basically turned their head, and I stepped in, and I'm happy to this day, and me and her
It's the thing that brought you together, and it's a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
Both of y'all were strong enough to overcome that.
Yeah, and I'm proud of Erica, so proud.
Hey, what's going on? This is Gia, aka Gia Gets It All. Y'all already know we're here with Flavor Mag Germany and Homeboy Media behind the camera. I'm here today in Brooklyn, and it's something very dear to my heart, a very great cause. Face my views. Everything against domestic violence. There you go. She got on a beautiful shirt. I'm here with the beautiful Vh1's Mena.
What's going on?
How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for coming out. This definitely means a lot.
Oh, no doubt. Thank you for coming out. Let me tell you, she had a beautiful speech. I got to know this girl on a whole nother level today. Everybody, knows her as Crazy Erica Mena, crazy fun party girl. But, I was really touched by your speech. I love what you said, the way you talked about your past experience, and you showed, a whole nother person. And I totally understood everything that you were talking about.
Right.
What made you come out today and actually finally talk about everything that you
You know what? It took me several years to actually even just to acknowledge it and kind of be okay with talking about it. I actually took time finally after the whole craziness of the show and people just thinking like I'm just this loose cannon. And I really realized that I really had to let people know that, there's a reason for the craziness, not to justify it or anything, because mistakes are made and I definitely take full responsibility for them. But as far as the way that I'm very defensive and ready to kick ass anytime, it definitely stems from a lot of stuff that people don't know. So I took the time to write my book, Underneath It All, which you guys can purchase now on Amazon. And that was my first time of actually kind of taking the time to even tell my story.
What can you tell young girls out there that are going through that right now? What are the signs that you should look for?
You notice the signs by then, wanting to be too much into where you're going, what you're doing, how you look, what you eat, why you're looking that way. The possessiveness definitely plays a big part. And then, with my situation, I gave him the loophole to my weakness, and my weakness at the time was finally confessing and coming to terms with that I really was sexually abused for all these years growing up. He found that as a way to kind of manipulate me because he knew I was still that girl that was trying to heal. So you also have to be careful with how much you put yourself out there.
Well, it was a beautiful thing that you came through today.
Thank you so much for coming.
You touched a lot of hearts, particularly some of the young girls. I know one of the young girls, Jackie's niece, actually got up and felt like speaking after you had said something.
Yeah, no, it definitely made me feel good because, like I said, I'm still transitioning of healing, and these are my steps that I'm taking, and to know that the steps that I'm taking are kind of making other people take them too is definitely a good feeling. And it puts all the craziness to kind of, some type of goodness, mix the crazy into the good, and good is crazy. So, if I can do that in any which way possible, I'm definitely down for it.
If you know anyone that is facing domestic violence, or if it is you that is going through it, you can contact 866-689-HELP.